Wildfire smoke impacting CNY. Air quality alerts, stunning sunsets. Imagine waking up to a sky filled with a thick, eerie haze, a constant reminder of the devastating wildfires raging in our neighboring countries. This is the harsh reality for central New York, CNY residents, as Canadian wildfire smoke continues to engulf the region, refusing to dissipate. But here's where it gets concerning. The impact of this smoke on our air quality is far from over, with the number of counties under air quality alerts expanding rapidly since Saturday evening. As of now, the smoke is still lingering, albeit lightly, and is expected to persist through Tuesday. And this is the part most people miss. Despite the negative effects on our health and environment, the smoke does bring a peculiar benefit: the vibrant, dark orange and red hues that paint our sunrises and sunsets. A sight to behold over the next 24 to 48 hours. But let's not get too caught up in the aesthetic appeal, as the underlying issue is far more complex. The question on everyone's mind is, how will this prolonged exposure to poor air quality affect our well-being, especially for those with pre-existing respiratory conditions? It's time to spark a conversation. Do you think the government is doing enough to mitigate the effects of wildfire smoke on our communities? As we track the smoke's movement over the next 2 days using Futurecast, one thing is certain: the situation demands our attention and action. So, let's dive deeper into the world of air quality alerts and explore the ways in which we can protect ourselves from the harmful effects of wildfire smoke. But here's the controversy. Some argue that the economic benefits of certain industries outweigh the environmental costs, while others claim that our planet's well-being should be the top priority. Where do you stand on this issue? As we navigate the intricacies of this debate, it's essential to consider the long-term consequences of our actions. Will we choose to prioritize our health and the environment, or will we succumb to the pressures of economic growth? The choice is ours, and it's time to make our voices heard. So we ask you, what do you think is the most effective way to address the issue of wildfire smoke and its impact on our air quality? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a discussion that can lead to meaningful change. Air quality advisory extended due to wildfire smoke in Milwaukee. Health risks tips. Air quality alert extended due to wildfire smoke in Milwaukee. A significant air quality alert affecting Milwaukee and the southern regions of Wisconsin has been prolonged until noon on August 4th. This extension is a response to the persistent drift of smoke from wildfires in Canada into the state. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, DNR, initially issued this advisory on July 31st, with the expectation that it would conclude by noon on August 3rd. However, on the morning of August 3rd, Milwaukee recorded an air quality index, AQI, of 159, which falls into the unhealthy category. At this level, many individuals in the general population may start to experience adverse health effects. Meteorologist Aidan Karosky from the Milwaukee/Sullivan National Weather Service indicated in an interview on August 3rd that an extension of the advisory was anticipated. Current models suggest that the air quality and the concentration of surface smoke in the Milwaukee area are likely to deteriorate as the day progresses, with the haze expected to persist into the following week. The intensity of the smoke was so severe on the morning of August 3rd that despite a scheduled sunrise at 5:45 a.m., the sun was not visible until 6:10 a.m., as noted by TMJ4 News meteorologist Michael Fish in a Facebook update. In light of the air quality advisory, the DNR recommends that sensitive groups, including individuals with heart or lung conditions, elderly people, and children, should consider postponing outdoor activities or moving them indoors. Additional protective measures include keeping windows and doors shut and avoiding actions that could increase indoor pollution, such as vacuuming, burning candles, or using gas appliances. For those interested in monitoring air quality in their vicinity, the DNR offers a live map of the air quality index across the state. On August 3rd, temperatures in Milwaukee are projected to reach a high of 77 degrees, with warmer conditions expected to continue throughout the week. The forecast indicates that high temperatures will rise into the low 80s on August 4th and 5th. potentially reaching the upper 80s by the week's end. As the winds transition from a southeasterly to a southerly direction, humidity levels are also predicted to increase by midweek, lasting into the upcoming weekend, according to the National Weather Service. What are your thoughts on the ongoing air quality issues? Do you believe enough is being done to address the impact of wildfires on our health? Share your opinions in the comments below. This report has been updated to include the latest information. Canada wildfires impact air quality in the U.S. What you need to know. Imagine waking up to a sky that's not blue, but a hazy, smoky gray. This isn't a scene from a dystopian movie. It's the reality for many in the Midwest and Northeast U.S. as Canadian wildfires send smoke drifting southward, creating alarming air quality conditions. The situation is dire, with smoke from hundreds of wildfires in Canada blanketing parts of the U.S. and causing significant health concerns. But here's where it gets controversial. While the immediate impact on air quality is clear, the long-term effects and the best ways to mitigate them are still up for debate. Let's dive into the details. On July 31, 2025, the Chicago area was shrouded in a thick haze, a result of the smoke from Canadian wildfires. This isn't an isolated incident. Canada is experiencing its second worst wildfire season on record, with nearly 4,000 fires recorded this year alone. The smoke has traveled across the border, affecting air quality in several U.S. states. This weekend, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota faced particularly concerning air quality levels. Parts of Illinois and Indiana are also under air quality alerts, and residents in New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are advised to limit outdoor activities due to the pollution. National Weather Service lead forecaster Bob Oravec explained the phenomenon to NPR, saying, "Air is moving at all levels, and a lot of times it'll move in the same direction through the whole depth of the atmosphere. So the smoke is rising into the winds, and the winds just transport it downstream, like anything, like a leaf getting blown. This means that the smoke from the wildfires is being carried by the wind, much like how a leaf is blown by the breeze." In Minnesota, the Pollution Control Agency extended its statewide air quality alert until noon on Monday, August 4th. This alert is the longest in the state's history since the agency began issuing them in 2008. The alert is expected to last a total of 7 days. Conditions started to improve in some areas of Minnesota on Sunday, but earlier in the weekend, the agency reported that the Air Quality Index, AQI, was expected to reach the most severe level of red for the entire state, which is considered unhealthy for everyone. The Pollution Control Agency warned that even healthy individuals may experience symptoms such as irritated eyes, coughing, or shortness of breath. For those with pre-existing conditions, the impacts could be more severe. Sensitive or more exposed individuals may experience more serious health effects, including worsening of existing heart or lung disease, and respiratory and cardiovascular conditions, possibly leading to an asthma attack, heart attack, or stroke, the agency stated. Elsewhere, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources extended its air quality alert for several counties until noon on Monday, August 4th, primarily in the southeast part of the state. Health officials in Michigan also extended the state's alert in all counties through Monday. The Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Center reported that more than 700 active fires were burning across Canada on Sunday, with the majority in the southern province of Manitoba, directly north of Minnesota. The agency noted that over 500 of these fires are burning out of control. Thousands of Canadians have had to evacuate their homes to escape the fires. Wildfires have been a persistent issue in Canada for much of the year. In May, 2 people were tragically killed after being trapped by a wildfire in southeastern Manitoba. In June, parts of the U.S. experienced similar conditions due to the smoke. Oravec predicts that poor air quality could impact areas of the U.S. for some time. It looks like that pattern maintains itself going forward through this week, so it doesn't really appear to be any big break. There may be a day or so where there's a temporary break to it, but overall it looks like there is potential for additional smoke to be transported southeastward into the United States, he said. Air quality tracker IQ Air ranked the air quality in Detroit, Chicago, and Minneapolis among the most polluted in the U.S. on Sunday afternoon. And this is the part most people miss. While the immediate health risks are clear, the long-term environmental and economic impacts of these wildfires are less understood. How will this affect agriculture, tourism, and local economies? What